Oh, stop it.
Yeah! So, every single week, one of our top tier Patreons is going to be the sponsor for the show. And this week it's our friend Batgirl, Nicole.
Nice.
And that person's going to be able to pick one of the movie reviews we do. When we get to it, we're going to be reviewing a movie called American Mary for Nicole. And it's just a way of saying thank you to our Patreons because you guys are fucking rad as shit. And we're going to incorporate you guys in the show more and more every week as we go along. You guys haven't heard of this.
That's a fucked up movie.
It's on Tubi TV for free right now. It's one of those free...
Whoever... You know what? It's true what they say. Med school can be killer. Shit. It's a terrible joke. But yeah, it's true. It's weird. I don't want to spoil it because it feels like one of those movies that like it was like by the wayside kind of thing. Like nobody really talked about.
I never heard of it.
Yeah, I'd seen the poster for it because fucking that girl's hot as hell. Like,
why are you lying?
Who? The goddamn bit is blue.
I love the way you make them.
No, you're welcome. But Ginger Snaps fame, the girl that played in that one, the red hair girl, is the main girl in this. It's a really fucked up, I don't know what, torture porn, but it has a kind of like idea, like it's definitely got a revenge plot going through it, and it feels like I spit on your grave with like torture porn.
Yeah, it feels like American Psycho directed by Takashi Miike, kind of. And it's directed by the Soska sisters, who just did a remake of Rabid, by the way. But
I don't want to spoil it because it's a really good movie.
We'll go spoiler free with this one because I agree with you, dude.
Yeah, I want people to see it because, and like, you know, the thing is, the first thing I noticed, like, while I was watching, I was like, oh shit. Had to touch the honey. But then you're like, oh shit. When you're watching it, you're like, damn, that's dark. But you don't go, it doesn't get too graphic on it. Like I was afraid that it was gonna get like fucking, like nasty. Like,
real nasty.
What's that one? A Serbian film. Like it was gonna get fucking gross. Yeah. Like they were gonna show too much. I'm like, I can't watch it. I can't see this. I got SpaghettiOs I gotta eat. Don't touch my spaghetti!
Yeah, but a quick plot real quick. So there's a girl, and she's kind of emo and goth already. She's a little on the dark side, but she's working her way through med school to become a surgeon. And she's having money issues, and she's got this asshole fucking professor who's like, don't fuck up! Don't fuck up! He's such a dick to her, he's horrible to her. But she's really good at what she does, and she really loves what she does. But basically, one thing leads to another.
You can't give that part away.
Yeah, I won't.
You gotta be careful with it.
She needs extra money, so she goes to a strip club.
She finds Betty Boop.
To try to make some extra money. But while she's there interviewing, they need her assistance for something illegal because he knows that she's a surgeon. So they give her a large amount of money for that, and she does a good job fixing the dude up. And the next thing you know, these fucking people with these crazy fucking requests, like this one girl wants to be made into a doll. She wants to have her shit cut off.
Dude.
Everything cut off. And then
she's like, you can take out the bits too, and you see that shit slopping on the ground.
On the ground. Oh! You see pieces of vagina fall on the ground.
And there's trauma in the ER.
And it's like kibbles and
get her a mop.
It's awful. But that's
I can't do it. That was too much. Because you go.
Yeah, she becomes in a way like the mob's, and they're not the mob, but she becomes the mob's version of a surgeon. So like people who want some crazy body modifications done that no working surgeon will do for them, they start to go to her, and she starts getting entwined with this world. Then something fucking crazy happens, and then it becomes a revenge type story.
That's when it got weird, though.
And exactly, when people were starting to come to her for like crazy shit.
Well, that was fine.
That was awesome.
That was great. And
I was
in. Like, this is something different, and I'm down for it because she deserved it. And then when it got to the point where like the revenge plot kind of picked in, or like, well, not the revenge plot, but the other kind of there's two revenge plots going on. There's too much revenges. One revenge of the Simpsons.
Revenge of the action movie.
Revenge of everything. Oh, check that out too. You think you couldn't get enough vengeance. But we also use on our YouTube channel, Revenge of the Action Movie, little pieces of the gun that killed the Wham. But no. But yeah, so... But the other part of the revenge story that comes in toward the second half of the film, it's just too much. Like, I don't know. Like, and it feels like it's so rushed in. Like, because it feels like when that part happened, it just felt like... I don't know what else to do. Yeah. Like, I mean, it's like... Because you can... Like, honestly, what I would have done is I probably would have let her have... a different ending. Like, I think that I would have gone in a way that was like, yeah, I feel like this can go this way because it makes sense, rather than just rush it to like closure.
Yeah. I think
because that's what I feel like. Is like I feel like they wanted to close it because it's like let's just close it.
I think they honestly and I really think that they were really going for this American Psycho feel that they had. Because the first half of the movie starts out as just like a really interesting plunge into this dark world and really fucked up stuff. And again, the gore, it's some of it is so fucking off-putting, and they shot it amazingly. Like that one scene we were talking about where you could see certain parts but not other parts. The way that they shoot,
I was like, I can't get behind you on this one, Jim.
Oh shit!
I couldn't even hear it because it was so nasty. I muted that shit when on fucking subtitles. Like I would watch it like this.
Dude, when it hit the floor.
But even when I saw it, I go. It was.
Oh God!
But I was like, yeah, Chef Boyardee.
They even had, the name of the movie, American Mary, the cover, the white backdrop. They're really going.
You know why they did American Mary?
No.
Because
they're a French Mary?
Yes, well, there was a British Mary. No, because I think it was. I'm not 100%. I'm assuming, but because that one girl that wanted to look like a doll aesthetically.
Yeah.
Aren't they called American dolls or something like that?
Yeah, I think that came later though.
No, I think it was before. It's like you just don't get it, do you? You just don't get it.
I think they had their But I think they had their own original movie going really well up until about the half point of this, and I think it was going really well and it was really original and I was super interested and also freaked out
and put off.
Yeah,
I was like, I'm not gonna have sex for a week.
Yeah, dude, there was some
or 2 days.
Gnarls Barkley, but this dive into the deep underworld body modification almost had an 8mm feel to it at certain points. I was super interested into the story, and then it felt like they made a purposeful pivot to do the American Psycho thing, and it became a biopic halfway through, and it was all about like her story, just her story, and it was about like it was almost like an origin story in a way, just like what they did with Christian Bale and American Psycho. It went that route with just crazy off the hill stuff, and there's even a detective, and there's a lot of similarities.
Well, that didn't even go anywhere. Like that was the thing. Like they would introduce characters in the second part of the film that like I know why they have to be there for, but it really isn't adding anything to the plot. And I think that the characters that suffered for it, I think I wanted to see more of Lance. Like Lance was fucking cool, man. It's like shrimp and titties, shrimp and titties. Like and then there's one moment, I don't want to give it away, but he's talking to her, and he's just the enforcer, but he's talking to her about the story about his mother and about this bastard that broke into his mother's house, and the way that he tells his story. And the way that he's like, don't you ever fucking feel bad about this? I loved it, dude. I was like, that guy is underrated as fuck as an actor. Like, dude, he looked like Danny Trejo on Serotonin. Like, he was like fucking, like, and he had, like, dude, he was a good actor, though. Like, he fit that role, and I was like, man, I wanted to know more about him. I want more concentration on there. But also, the owner of the strip club that she goes and works for.
That whole story.
It was kind of like whatever, but the guy... He was good, though. He was great. The guy that owned it, by the way, this strip club is one of the most skankiest strip clubs I've ever seen in my life. They got shrimp and titties, for one thing. 2, it looked like a Texas Roadhouse that had been renovated to make a strip club. And 3, that guy looked like Oscar Isaac fucked goddamn Johnny Knoxville and had a cocaine baby.
No, dude,
he looked like Johnny Knoxville mixed with Oscar Isaac. Like that reminds me of the 2 guys that he was.
He looked like the main dude from Empire Records.
He did.
Katie, what's that guy's name? She's not even there.
She's gone.
The main guy from Empire Records with the long hair that's like, I don't have to explain my art to you, Warren. Looked at TJ.
And he wasn't bad at all. Like he was a good actor, but again, that whole situation, and plus you got the Cenobite twins. Like I don't know. Like,
those are the directors of the movie, by the way.
Yeah. Well, they look like Cenobite twins.
Yeah.
They do like some weird gnarly shit too, and honestly, toward the second half of the film, I thought they were going to be the ones behind a lot of it.
Yeah.
Because they didn't like the way, because you didn't get to see the full-on transformation.
I thought the same
I saw
thing.
The picture, I'm like, that looks like a goddamn Blair Witch Project that like listened to Kiss.
Yeah, I was enjoying watching this girl thrown into this underground world of this crazy shit, and all of a sudden they wanted to make her Super Shredder. I was like,
I feel like that. Well, yeah, and it also felt like because when it started off. And she goes through some trauma and things happen, and I know that would immediately change her whole persona and her whole outlook on life, and so she embraces, this new lifestyle. But I feel like it got it just shotgunned the fuck out in the second half. Like it's immediately like she's into it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, all right, you know what? Because at first it makes sense because she's like, I gotta have money, I gotta do this for student loans because those student loans are fucking gangsters anyway. And she's doing this it makes sense. And you're like, I get it. But then they throw in weird shit like her nana You know what I mean? Like, and it's like, okay, well, that's the character, and I get that character, and I get where they're going, and then all of a sudden they're like, fucking shotgun blast, bitch, sex machine, and then it's like she's into it now, and she's like, and dude, there's one part specifically, and it's not, well, I can't say, but there's a moment when she offers water to the detective, and she's gonna do something, and I'm like,
why would you even do that?
I was like, yeah, that makes zero sense, because you're gonna fuck yourself in the end, and and you've already got a good thing going. Like, why would you literally put yourself in that harm's way?
Honestly, there were several places they could have taken. I didn't mind the revenge storyline. Like, up to that point, I didn't even mind that part.
No, it made sense.
When they diverted, now we're going to divert from the revenge storyline into a love story.
Yeah.
Like, what was that shit?
That's the second time. There will not be a third. But no, I think that she was playing him. I think that she was pretty much like, I'm not interested in you and I never will be because I know where our relationship is. It's platonic. It's a business thing.
But then remember when she was talking to the girl.
That's true.
It was like you got caught at the wrong time.
That was weird. That part, I fucking hated that part, dude. Because why would you, like, so...
That's why I think they were trying to go to American Psycho.
Because
remember the bathroom scene where the guy's like, ugh.
You know what? I
have to return some videotapes.
I'm late to Blockbuster. I know you guys might disagree, but in a way, I feel like she was like an anti-hero.
Yeah.
You know what? In a way, like a fucking weird, fucked up anti-hero. Yes, true.
And then they turn into somebody who's too cool for school.
No, well, yeah, it's like, I already got my schooling done. Now it's time to fucking Freddy Kruegerson. But it was like, that was so weird, though. It was such a shift.
Dog the bounty holer.
I'm gonna scalp your fucking scalp. But no, it got to a point where it's like, all right, so you established the character that it should have been, the anti-hero, or the anti-hero, if you want to be whatever. But that, like, I was down for that. I'm like, I get this. Like, this is cool. Like, this is fucking awesome. It's kind of like a mafia story with like its own like twisting kind of.
But you gotta slow build that shit.
But then you go into like she's just fucking Edward Scalpel Fingers, and she wants to cut everybody, and she's a bad guy. And,
you sir, too sir. How about a shave?
Yeah, it's weird. like Edward Penis Hands. I have to scratch my ass. Did you see that meme? Anyway, sorry, it happens. But yeah, like I feel like the character arc that they were going with her, like they completely abandoned it in the second half. Like they were like, we don't like this. Let's just we'll just film what we really wanted to do from the very beginning and fuck that shit because we can't go back and film it because we don't have any money. But that's the problem. If they had stuck with the original idea of that character and kept it that way throughout the entire film, I think it would have been like a lot of people would. I'm not saying the movie's not classic. I mean, it is. It's got some good stuff.
Super good. Like
I'm not gonna say classic. It's a good movie, but
it's classic. It's classic underrated cult film. You can't even call it classic because this is the first time I've even heard about it. But it should probably be more of a known cult film.
I think that if they had stuck to their guns with the original idea, with the character and the story, maybe it would have been.
Even with its flaws, though, there was so much cool shit in the first half of this film, and you care enough that the second half of the film's not horrible, even though I didn't love it. That the movie
is it wrong that I got a boner every time she kills somebody? Show wing.
But ultimately, I think it ends up as a 7.5 as a movie because they had some amazing ideas. And watching this, no trailer, no nothing, just going in blind.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I found it weird, dude. Like as soon as I turned the movie on, it had me hooked. For 75% of the movie, I was totally hooked. I was like, oh shit. And I was actually like, I don't know what's going to happen next. Anything could happen. I could take my shirt off, baby oil.
I was afraid of what you'd done there, Missy, when you requested this movie. Because I totally was thinking, like, there's going to be some fucked up Antichrist moment where you get the genital shot and the cock, like, with the rock. That's how I was saying.
And you're cock with the rock?
The Antichrist. Did you not? William Dafoe?
Oh yeah,
dude, they smash
all I heard was cock with the rock.
Yeah, they smash his wing. It's either with a rock,
sucks, but
get on a rock. Yeah. So I didn't know, or Serbian film. I didn't know what you got. Like I didn't know what I was getting into. But overall,
some Crow vibes. Did you get some Crow vibes?
Nah.
I got a little American Psycho, a little bit of the Crow vibes in this movie. Maybe City of Angels.
No,
you go there with
that's still good.
Iggy
Pop. I got Iggy Pop. I got Iggy Pop vibes.
I would take this over City of Angels.
Oh no, dude!
I don't love City. I gotta rewatch.
You better be careful.
I got my goo.
Be careful. Go get yourself a sandwich and calm down. Maybe get a little piece of coffee, a little piece of crumb cake. A piece of crumb cake. No, I'll give the movie a 7.0. I liked it. I think it was cool. I think that if they had stuck with the original story, like I think they were trying to go for, I think it would be more well received. I think that it would have been a more well-rounded movie. The girl was great. Like she's a great actress. The characters were good. Like everybody did a really good job, honestly, in their parts. Even the freaks. And like, I mean, some people,
Especially the freaks.
Some people are like, they ain't freaks, dude. You a freak? No, they're freaks. Okay, especially the girl that wanted to look like Betty Boop. And I even, dude, before I even knew that she was supposed to be Betty Boop, I said, "What the stretch mark Betty Boop is that?" And she's like, "I'm supposed to be Betty Boop." I'm like, "Oh, I was on the point."
I didn't. I was just like, "What the fuck?"
I did like the part. There's one part where the one girl wants to have like she wants to anatomically look like a doll when she takes her clothes off.
Yeah.
Meaning sew her vagina shut. This is not giving this away. This is one part. But she
wait till you see it.
Yeah,
there's
she
so
wants
much
to,
more.
She wants to like literally take her nipple, like look like a doll when she takes her shit off because she doesn't want to be a sexual object.
Yeah.
And her husband finds out. And I'm not gonna give anything else, but I always felt like when the husband sees that and he gets all fucking pissed. Like, you know that, because, you know, he's like, well, I guess we're going to go to the poop shoot, because you didn't sew that up. Poop shoot boogie!
What the fuck is moviepoopshoot.com?
Moviepoopshoot.com is part of the internet. But anyway, yeah, it's a solid film, though, and I'm really glad that you recommended it, because, again, I might have passing heard this, I might have maybe watched it a long time ago, and I definitely remember the cover art, though. Like, I definitely, because she looks all sexy with her nurses thing.
I got the cover art confused with American Psycho 2 with Mila Kunis.
Oh, I knew that one.
So that's why I was
She just has the knife doing this, but this bitch riding
like a hook, actually.
She's riding on a syringe.
The Riddler.
Woo! But yeah, thank you a lot, and it was a great. But if you guys have never seen this film, definitely do yourself a favor and check it out. Like it's not like, and for you that are queasy like me and you're kind of like put off about like super
genital
torture.
mutilation.
Yeah,
they show some shit though.
They show some stuff, but it's not
gratuitous.
It's not bad. I mean, it's
not too gratuitous.
It's mostly what you hear.
It's a little gratuitous.
Huh?
It's a little gratuitous, but it's not too gratuitous. There was some shit, man.
No, there was some nasty stuff, but it's more what you hear. It's not what you see.
It's what you hear.
And then there's also like Blade.
This ain't a motherfucking game.
I'm dirty. I get all the way down the garbage, but memorize the ticket picture, motherfucker, write a book. I don't give a fuck.
We watched a movie. Yeah. We watched a movie. We watched it. We watched a movie. Yeah. You know what? We did a review. We watched a movie. We watched a movie.